I am worthless. That might be something you think to yourself all over again. And let me tell you this, you are not alone with this thought. And actually, you're also not wrong with this thought. You are worthless. But not because you actually are, but because you're underselling yourself. You are diminishing your own worth because you think you are worthless. Let me tell you how this looks like. You have certain beliefs about yourselves, certain belief systems that block your actual flow and your actual worth. For example, you might get a compliment from someone for something you did, and the person actually values what you did. The person actually is like, wow, what you did is great, you are making this thing so with so much passion, you make it so professional, you make them so good, this is something you really should be proud of. And you're acting humble, like, ah, no, it's not so good, I am not so good, whatever. This is literally masked perfectionism in humbleness. Let me tell you this. I had this quite a lot with different things, but one thing that is stick in my mind is like when I had presentations in school. When I had presentations in school, like in front of the class, I used to be like one of the best people to do presentations. And I'm not telling this because I'm saying this. I'm telling this because my classmates told me this, my teachers told me this nearly every time. Nearly every time people came to me and said, bro, your presentation was fire. It was awesome. This was the best we had, whatever. And I was always like that. I was always like, ah, no, it was okay, but nah, I'm not that good. She was actually better than me. This is humbleness versus self confidence, self trust. And this is what I mean. You get, in this example, you get external feedback that you are great, but you're like, ah, no, 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 no. You're being humble. You're being humble. Let me tell you this. I told you that this reaction is masked perfectionism paired with humbleness. Neither perfectionism nor humbleness ever benefited me in my own life. I mean it, never. They never benefited me. Perfectionism on its own, because you're trying to make everything perfect and you're never satisfied and you're thinking that everything is not enough. Okay, you can tell why it is not beneficial. But why humbleness? By humbleness, you're setting yourself down. You're diminishing your own worth. You're underselling yourself by being humble. I don't mean to look down on people, but some sense, since I have some sense of this arrogance, it does not even have to be arrogance, just healthy self confidence and self trust. This is what actually brought me forward. This is actually what gave me this feeling like, okay, what I'm doing is actually good compared to other people. Once I actually took the feedback seriously from other people that my presentations are actually good, better than the presentations of other people, I actually started to think, well, yeah, they are better. I do this better than the others. And there's nothing wrong with this thinking. Because this is the point these days, and I used to be like that. We are always thinking that we have to be humble. We have to undersell ourselves. We have this internal conflict somehow. We have these beliefs that we might be good, but we're not there. Well, we are not enough. The others are better. And we can have this in every aspect of our life. In my case, presentations, for example. But I also had this like with friendships and with connections, because the reality was I was always kind of outgoing. I was kind to people. I was kind of high energy and all those stuff. But still, I always thought to myself like, ah no, I'm not good with this. I'm not good with making friends. I'm not this. I'm not that. You are literally underselling yourself because you're too blind to see what talents what talents you actually have, what you actually can bring to the world. And that is the exact same problem, because you have greatness and you have talent inside yourself. The problem is you're too blind to see it because you have some fucked up belief system that you're not good enough. You're humbling yourself. But let me tell you this, whatever it is that you want, and if you're watching this channel, it's probably real connections, friendships, more freedom, authenticity, relationships, whatever. You deserve it. I'm gonna repeat that so you understand. You deserve it. Because you have the talent, you have the greatness inside of you. You just have this belief system that is not recognizing your actual worth. And that's the problem. We have to shed this off. We have to start betting on ourselves. We have to start to see ourselves in the mirror and thinking to ourselves, yeah, we are worth it with other people, with whatever we do. It is like when you are in a job interview and you're discussing your salary. You are more willing to say a lower salary because you don't want to be too eager, too arrogant, too whatever. And then you say the lower salary while your future boss sees you as this high quality, competent person and would love to actually give you a much higher salary. Because they see your worth, they see your competence, they see your high quality. But you are too humble because of your belief system, so you're lowering your worth, you're underselling yourself. So instead of underselling yourself, start to sell yourself the right way or even oversell yourself. That means to be so comfortable in yourself, so have so much self-trust in yourself that you can actually say, hey, I am this, I am that. And this is my worth, this is my standard, and this is what I am worth. Sell yourself high. Believe in yourself because you have the capabilities, you have the talents, you have everything that is needed. You just have to open your eyes to actually look at the proof you have. For me, for example, it was the external feedback I got for my presentations. For you, it might be also external feedback. It might be some minor or major achievements you had in your life. Just think about it. What are you actually good at? What might be the things that you undersell yourself, where you humble yourself too much because you are thinking you are not good enough? Think about this. And once you recognized and found the exact things, start to sell yourself high. Start to stop being so humble. I know this is weird advice, but stop being so humble about it. Because when you compare yourself to the average person, you might be at least as good as the average person. But a lot of times when you humble yourself in certain things you do really well, you humble yourself because you're actually way better than the average person. And once you recognize that you're way better in something than the average person, you can work with this and you have a massive, massive advantage. You have a massive advantage and you can build this skill up further and further and further because you are natural in it. Sell yourself high because you deserve it.